What's up, world? Lee here with Sticks, Strings, and Other Things, my teeny tiny little corner of the internet where I come to you every other week to chit-chat with you about all of the crafty things that I've been getting my hands onto. This is episode 67, and I am filming this on the 22nd of August, 2023. It will go up tomorrow, Wednesday. I'm coming to you from a very gray Pacific Northwest. Happily, today's gray is brought to you by clouds and not smoke from the wildfires that are in Washington and in Canada, because Canada seems to be on fire right now. It's not great. Air quality has been really bad. But that's the worst I'm dealing with, is just air quality, which is bad enough. I at least am nowhere near the fires. I haven't lost anything to fires. So I'm going to count bad air quality as better than it could be. That said, today is gray. It is making me happy, and I'm actually hoping for rain because it will help many things. Sadly, I've also seen the air quality index forecast where it's just going to go worse, air quality wise. But today is good. Today is good. So today we will live right now in the happy air quality. This past 2 weeks, have been dabbling in a little bit of knitting and dabbling a little bit of cross stitch and nothing else. I mean, normal life stuff, chores, errands, work, exercising, all those things, reading, playing the piano, all those normal things. But craft-wise, just cross stitch and knitting. So let me show you how many finishes I have today. Absolutely zero. Zero finishes, because I am doing my own version of Arbitrary August, which is I spin a wheel after 3 days or 1,500 stitches, we're close enough, and then I spin the wheel and I get to another cross stitch project. That's what I'm doing cross stitch wise. Knitting wise, I'm still working on Advents of December's Past and my sweater. And my work project, except how it was busy at work, so it got to work. Because work got work instead of my work project. That's how that works. Right. Finishes, zero. Fully finished objects. I contemplated some. I did. I'm looking over at my bin and drawer of all my finishes, and I looked in it and went, I really, really should make some of these up. Especially for the upcoming season, my favorite, fall. Spooky season is here because it is past June. June is when spooky season starts. We all know this, right? And it just ramps up as the months go past until the spooky season highlight of October. And then spooky seasons follow in diminishing grandeur, but it is always spooky season. I was looking at some of my finishes, which could be fully finished for the upcoming season, and looking as far as I got. I really do want to finish a few more things. I do, but I'm daunted, and I don't really know what I'm doing, and I watch all of you who are fabulous, and you all tell me. I mean, I know you're not just talking to me, but you all tell everyone. Just try it. It's not going to be terrible. And if it is terrible, nobody will know. It's all good. Just go for it. I'm bad at that. But maybe I'll get my gumption up and I will get into it. Who knows? But I did look. And contemplate. And that's as far as I got. So let's get on to the whips. Yep, I got some. I'm going to start with my knitting whips first because there's only 2 of them and therefore it will go quickly. Living in this lovely bag by I forget whom. Do we have a tag somewhere? Oh, this is a Katey-Did bag. I love the rainbow zipper. Anyhow, living in my Katey-Did bag is my Lamina wrap by Amba O'Brien. This is my Advent project from Canon Hand Dye's High Tea Advent, I think 2 years ago, because we finish our Advents quickly around here. Right, that's why we're doing Advents of December's past, people. This is the High Tea one from Canon Hand Dyes. I am doing the Lamina wrap on my US size 5, 3.75 millimeters. And oh yes, look how beautiful this is. I'm loving these purples that I'm getting into. They make me happy. I'm currently on day 21, I believe, and so it's attached and I haven't gotten any farther. So this is where I was with my happy little turkey progress marker. So I have finished all these lovely brownie tea colors, getting into these purpley browns, and now getting into these lovely purples. Oh, so good. So good. So let me move my progress marker. I have been trying to get one color done every other-ish day. It's not quite working that way because, you know, best laid plans. However, I am making very decent progress, which is all the stitch along, knit along needs, is decent progress. And I imagine if I keep going at the rate I'm going, I will have this finished next time I film. And hopefully, I will have pulled out another of my Advents of December's past projects and get some more work done on it. I'm trying to get through some of the ones that I already have on needles so that they are completed. Makes sense to me. And oh, it looks so pretty. It's going to be a lovely wrap. All of those ends are woven in. I do not clip my ends until after I've washed and blocked because they can pop out and they stick out the other side and then you cry because then you have to reweave them in, and nobody wants to weave their ends in twice. This definitely will need a decent blocking because look at that lace. Oh, look at that lace. So pretty. But before you wash and block, lace always kind of looks, well, sad because it hasn't been stretched out. These are not really my colors, but they are wonderfully autumnal, aren't they? I'm really kind of happy. Yeah, they're not quite my colors, but it's gorgeous anyway. I am loving these ones though. Look at those 3 purples. I have 25 mini skeins for this particular Advent. Most Advents are 24 with maybe a 100 gram skein for the 25th day. This one was 25 mini skeins. And so I will be doing 25 colors. I am on day 21. And my little turkey has been moved. Here's my needle stoppers. Set to show this off to. I don't remember where I got these. I got my needle stoppers, maybe at Ginger Twist. I don't remember. I do not remember. But that is my stitch marker. And now I need to fix all of my trailing yarn. I hope to get that mini, day 21's mini, done today, probably while I'm editing this. Feeling pretty good. So that is one knitting project. My second knitting project, living in this lovely library bag. And I believe this is a Bags by Awesome Granny. Yes, it's a Bags by Awesome Granny. And I love the library print because books, you can't go wrong. Living in here is my, I do have a cover page. My Dunrobin sweater. I am on the body. When I showed this last week, I had done, I think, just the front. Maybe just the front ribbing It is a top-up sweater, but I do not recall. It doesn't really matter. I am farther. I am on the body. I am working on this project in the Studio Donegal Irish Heather. It is a glorious, glorious, wonderful yarn. Wonderfully squishy. It's from Kilcare County, Donegal, Ireland. Irish wool. 100%. I love all the colors that are in this lovely blackberry color. There's blues and reds and some just fun colors, fun colors. This is the lovely shade number B, sorry, it starts with a 3. The lovely shade number 3, BC8093. Beautiful. My neighbor kid is out playing basketball. And in the decent air quality we have right now, I'm kind of glad he's out there playing, because there's no way he could have been playing the other day. No way. Right. I am doing this on US size 9, 5.5 millimeter, and here is the body. And yeah, my rib is flipping up massively. It won't once it's washed and blocked. I am trying to get to, I think it's 10 7/4 inches, maybe 11 inches. I don't exactly remember how long of a body I need to get to before I split for the front, back, and sleeves. There we go. I have this on I have my sloth needle minders, not needle minders, my sloth stitch marker. Not stitch marker, it's a needle stopper. That's my stitch marker. Very important. T. I am liking the construction of this. It's rather fun because the front has more stitches than the back, which, as a person who has vast tracts of land, having a few more stitches in the front makes the sweater fit a little better. It's nice. Not everybody needs to do it, but it's a nice way of getting sweaters to fit so you don't have excess fabric in the back where you don't need it. And you do have the extra fabric in the front where you might possibly, depending on your physical shape. Right. Right now, it's just roundy, 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 roundy to do the body. I so enjoy working with non-superwash woolly wools because you can slice them so easy and you have very few ends to weave in. Let me see if I can try and show you the side detail. So it's a split hem, and I don't know if you can see the detail that they have right here at the split. It is a nice little subtle detail, just this little peaked arch right there. Don't know if you can really see it very well, but it's a sweet little subtle detail. I like it. This is just a very basic sweater, as you saw. I am planning to use it just as a throw-on kind of coat during cooler weather, because sometimes you don't want a full jacket, you just want to throw something on over. So this is going to be, as you can see, a bit oversized. Like, it's a bit on the oversized size, but that's what I wanted because I want to throw it on over things and use it as a coat. Oh, that color is so good. I am enjoying that. I'm hoping to have it split for the sleeves by the next time I am here. My stitch marker, beginning of round marker technically. Oh, speaking of, I should put a progress marker on there, shouldn't I? Let me open this back up. Yeah, I have a progress marker right here. It's another of Hannah's Corner of Crafts beaded stitch markers. I like these really great for progress markers because the beads are super, super, super light. which means you do not have to worry about it pulling on your stitches at all. There. There is my progress marker. Should do that, shouldn't I? Yes. Anyhow, I plan on having that finished. Again, my beginning of round marker reminded me, tea. I am drinking some. I'm always drinking tea. It doesn't matter if it's 1,000 degrees outside, I'm going to be drinking tea. Today's tea, in this lovely Jack Skellington mug, is called Shire Second Breakfast. I mean, how perfect can we be? It's a lovely black tea. It is by a company called D&T. And it's pretty tasty. So, my stitch marker, beginning of round stitch marker, reminded me I hadn't talked about my tea. Sadness. That is the end of what I have been knitting on. My work project got 0 amounts of work. I will explain why in life if you care. Work was busy, basically. So let's get on to the stitching. Yes. So as I said in the intro, I have been sort of doing an arbitrary August. It's an arbitrary August my way. I have been spinning a wheel that has all of my 23 and 23 Whip Warrior projects on it that haven't met their random, what I decided was their yearly goal. Because each of the items on my 23 and 23 had / have a yearly goal that I want to reach with them. All the ones that have not yet reached that goal were on said list. Hooray! I then spin the wheel. It goes spinny, spinny, spin, pops up with a random whip, and then I would work on it for either 3 days or if I reached 1,500 stitches. Okay, my last one that I was working on, I only reached 1,456 stitches, but I was done, so I stopped then. It's arbitrary. Let us begin with what we worked on. I don't think I worked on this anymore. I do have a scary sampler over here, but I don't actually think I worked on it anymore since my last time. So I'm not going to show it to you because I think last week, last filming, was all the progress I'd done. So if you want to see what Scary Sampler looked like, you can check out last week. I do not think I've made any more progress on it. I think I just accidentally grabbed it. So that puts us down to, I'm missing one. I'm missing that one. 1 second. I grabbed Scary Sampler instead of M. Woods because they were sitting next to each other and I grabbed the wrong one. Hold on just a moment so I can go get the whip I would like to start showing you. I am back and I have M. Woods, which is the one I was wanting to show you. It is in a bumbershoot bag. This project is by My Lady's Needle, and I started it many years ago. Didn't get very far because it is on very tiny fabric. So here is M. Woods. Like I said, very tiny fabric. It is an uneven weave, 56, 60 or something like that. When I worked on it last time, I'd made mention that it got a lot easier when you used the right needle for the size of fabric. I stand by this statement because, again, I'm using, I don't know what needle it is. I kept it in the fabric so that I could keep it with this project. It makes a world of difference when you use the right tool for the right job. I, again, don't have a clue what the needle is, but I love it for this project. There is M. Woods. I have finished the entirety of the alphabet. So pretty. I really do love this one. I have so much left to do, but I have finished the alphabet. This band right here, I do like how My Lady's Needle charted it, because they told you it is not, it's not an exact repeat. It changes. There's a couple that have 2 stitches here, a couple have 1 stitch there, and then it is not repeating exactly, because when they reproduced this, they did an exact reproduction, which means mistakes that the original person made were left in, and I am trying to do it the same way because it's fun. However, it does mean you have to pay attention, which means counting accurately, and I succeeded. Hooray. I am happy with that. But yes. Oh, just look at that. Look at that. It's so pretty. I am using a Vicki Clayton silk conversion that she did eons ago when she had her, oh, what did she call it? Her superfine floss is what she called it. So a very, very long time ago, Vicki Clayton made thin floss for high counts of fabric, and there they are. That is all the spools. So I do have the right type of thread to go on here. I think it's essentially the same size as like 103 from Averasois, but I do not know that for certain. I just know that that is the conversion I used. I think this particular, for this size fabric, when people were kitting up, I think they were using Tudor silks, but I don't remember anything about them other than that was the name. I don't know. Are Tudor silks Averasois? Are Tudor silks somewhere else? Someone else? I, again, don't know. I'm using Vicki Clayton's hand-dyed fibers conversion. So much easier with this needle. That needle right there. That one. He is my friend. And he's going to live with this project until this project is finished in 8,000 years, because it takes a lot of effort to count correctly on teeny tiny fabric. This one has reached its goal for the year, so I am putting it away for the year. My yearly goal was just to finish the first alphabet, and I did. The first alphabet. After that, yeah, not sure what my next goal will be, but that was my goal for the year, and that is done for the year. So that would be M. Woods. I think what spun up next was my Dark Queen of the Forest. I don't think that's the real name, but it's by Autumn Lane Designs. This just finished the stitch along. The whole thing is out. I am far, 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 far behind. I think I am on section 5. It's fine. It's fine. I don't mind that I'm behind. I like being behind on the Autumn Lane Designs, especially for their Dark Queens, because lots of people are very, very creative, and I sometimes like to see what they do. Here are all of the flosses that I have. I might need more because I might be doing a different hair color than the one that is originally charted. They have a alternate hair color package that you can buy, and I think I'm going to be doing one of those. Here's all my DMCs, plus a handful of Rainbow Galleries. I am doing this on the green called for fabric that was dyed by Under the Sea Fabrics. I think it was called Nightshade, maybe? I don't remember. And here's where I am. I am finished with part 4, and then I started in on part 5, which is, oh wait, let me put it on my board. It's easier to hold that way. because then I can just hold one thing and point. It's a lot easier. So I finished all of this over here. So I have some tree, and I have some more of this vine. There's going to be a flower up in there, and some more of these lovely little mushrooms. I love those mushrooms. I love them so much. I am enjoying this. Oh, and I put in this bit of vine. In the full version, what the later on releases, when you get up to her body up here and her arms, I love how the vines are all draped over her arms. It's delightful. I have been slowly making decisions on how I want to continue with her. I know a lot of people didn't like the face. That became a very controversial release. I get it. It's a mystery stitch along. Faces are very important for people, but it's a mystery stitch along. You kind of shouldn't get upset with the people creating it if you disagree with how it looks. Just change it. I haven't decided exactly what I'm going to do for the face. I am going to do the green skin, and I am going to do the exposed BB. Gasp. Just, I liked it better. So those will be my options for the Dark Queen. I still call her of the Forest. I think the actual title is Dark Queen of the Earth, but she's in a forest, and so I keep calling her Dark Queen of the Forest. My goal for this one this year, I think, was just to get through part 8. I had no intentions on fully finishing, not fully finishing, but finishing her this year. I just want to get a little bit farther. So 5, I don't remember what 6, 7, and 8 would be. I don't remember all of the different releases. I do like the flowers, though I think I'm going to keep one of them as a ball for the later releases. If you've seen the full release, you know what I'm talking about. I am enjoying the colors. I'm just enjoying this one. I love the feathery look. The feathery, like, I don't know, feathery leaves, if that's even possible. And again, like I said, I get to make more mushrooms on this side, and I like the mushrooms. I had put this away for most of the year. I worked on it a little bit at the beginning of the year, and so this was the first time I'd pulled it out since then, and I very much enjoyed working on it. I got my 1,500 stitches in and wished I could have continued, but I'm also having fun doing the arbitrary August thing, so I spun. But I really am enjoying working on this one again, and when we get to plans, and I talk about what my plans are for my stitching, we'll see. We'll see what it is, but I really, really am enjoying this piece. So good. Let me put it away now. It is living in an I don't know who, oh, a Dot Dot Goose bag. I was going to say, I don't know who this is. Thank you, makers, for putting your names on your bags, because I'm not going to remember. So I put it in this lovely firefly bag from Dot Dot Goose because fireflies in the forest. It worked for me. Then I spun again, and out came something I haven't stitched on all year. I know. This is the Modern Folk Embroidery Reaching Skyward Stitch Along. That is the stitch along for the year. And I started it so that, because I'm doing 23 and 23 Whip Warriors, I needed to have it started before the start of the year, so I needed to have my 200 stitches in, which I had, and then I haven't touched it again. And this baby's big. Big, big, big. It spun. I was excited. I pulled it out. It is this piece. Of course, he made 2 versions, and I am mixing and matching my versions. So far, it's mostly just part 1, but my corners are part 2. This one is living in a Garon toten bag that says Washington, that my sister bought me the other year when I was working on last year's Modern Folk Embroidery Stitch Along, which I did finish. I'm not finishing this one this year. And that's very obvious. I forget what my goal is for this one this year, but it isn't to finish it. I'm using Roxy Flosco flosses. I bought this long enough ago that my tags all say Leo and Roxy, but Roxy Flosco flosses in the colors Seize the Day and Silver Dollar. I just really liked the way those two looked. I am working on a 40 count. I have no clue what fabric. It's a 40 count though. A 40 count something. This is Weigart based, evidently, because it's got the orange thing. And here is the progress I made. Don't fall. Stay up here so I can. It would help if I put it on the correct side. I'm a noob. If you put it on the non-felt side, it doesn't stay up. Weird. There we go. As you can see, not a lot of progress. So when I started, I had this little corner and a couple of lines. I've extended those lines out and down, and I'm going to move my T because I don't want to have my stitching land in my T. And there you can see the interior progress I'm doing. This corner is from version 2. This interior pattern is version 1. This is the center of the project, so I need to repeat this on this side. And that's all I've done. But it's very lovely, and I'm loving the colors. I like the dark outside and the very light inside. From back here, it's kind of harder to see, but this is a huge piece, and in person it is gorgeous. I love it. Again, I don't remember what my ultimate goal on this one is. I think it was like through April, because while Jacob from Modern Folk Embroidery gave us the entire piece for the year, he also broke it up into 12 pieces. And I promptly ignored doing them month by month. But I never planned on finishing this one this year. Just hoping to get through, I think, April. Would have to double check that, but I think that's what it is. I'm loving it. It is fun. I can't wait to get to the center portions where it's all cool. It's gonna be great. And then I grab my tea again because it's needed. And then I spun again. Yes, I did. And what happened? What was pulled out? But whatever's living in this bag by heck if I know. What's living in here is The Moons of 2022 by Kathy Barrick. I am doing this on Vanilla Latte, a 40 count Vanilla Latte by Bestitch Me, and I am using the called for NPI silks. And I am in the never-ending fill of the sky. This is the one where I did 1,456 or 26, or I think it was 56, something like that, stitches, and went, I'm done. This sky is very full. I brought the blue down a little bit here. I filled in a chunk that was right here. I brought it down here and brought it down here. It goes down to about, it arcs a little bit. So it goes down to just below these ones all the way across, and then it goes down a little bit lower on each corner. So I likely have, I don't know, 4,000 more stitches of sky. I have no clue, to be true, but to be honest, I have no clue how many are actually left, but I saw how much I did and it was only 1,000 something, so I'm guessing I have like 3,000, 4,000 more stitches just to do the sky before I get to the interesting parts of the moons of 2022 and all the names of the moons. I am going to be changing the title that they have in the center. Right here, this is the moons of 2022. I'm going to take out of 2022 and move the moons just over into the center, because the monthly names of the moons never change. The only thing that changes is what year, not year, what month we have blue moons in, or blue moon, a blue moon in. That month is this month, actually. We have a blue moon at the end of the month. So in 2023, our blue moon would be in August. I do enjoy this piece, but whew, that fill-in's a lot. And then I look on this, and all down here, all these hills, those are all filled in too. I have my NPIs in snack bags because I had some, and yeah. I have already used one entire skein of the dark blue in the sky. Yeah, one entire skein is already in that sky. Because this sky, folks, this sky, she big. She a big sky. Very big sky. Do love how it's looking though. Isn't that just beautiful? Ah, you may note a change that I made. Right here, I have a star instead of the angel because that's what I wanted. And so I took the angel out and popped in a star. I am going to enjoy this piece, but that fill. The silks are lovely to work with, but that fill. Oh, the fill. Never ended. And that is all my whips. As for my new starts, there are none. Good on me. Good on me. That is technically going to change today, but good on me. Good on me. I have no new starts right now. So let's get on to my plans. I've already kind of told you what my plans are for my knitting. They are to finish my Lamina wrap and then continue on with another Advent of December's Past project. I'm not sure which one. I have a few to choose from, which is why I'm doing the Advents of December Past knit-along, because I have Advents of December's Past. So I will choose another Advent of December Past and work on it. Don't know which one yet, but you should find out when I film next, because hopefully I'll have finished the Lamina wrap and I will have picked up a different Advent project. So that's that. For my Dun Robin sweater, I am aiming to have split for the sleeves at the very least, if not done. I don't remember what happens after I split for the sleeves. Work on the front and the back, but I haven't really paid attention to what I'm doing first, so I don't know if I'll be working on the front or the back, but that is my goal, to have at least split for the sleeves and then continued on from there, perhaps. Work project, well, if I have time, I'll work on it. If I don't, I won't. Pretty simple. As for my stitching, I have spun my wheel, because it is still arbitrary August. I have spun my wheel and it has chosen the Gather Round series. So I signed up for the Hands-On Designs Gather Round series at the beginning of the year when she released it. The only series I have, it's a monthly series. There's 3 little rounds that you do, hence the name Gather Round. And I did the one for spring, which was called Gather Wildflowers. I have that over there on my dresser. I need to find a better way of displaying it because I want to. I did not do Gathering Butterflies, which was for the summer. I just never got to it. I had other things that were going on. Well, the wheel decided that I needed to do the Gather Round series. So I am going to actually skip summer and move on to the Gather Pumpkins because I want fall. It's close to fall and I feel like working on fall things. So I am going to plan to either start that today or maybe after work tomorrow. It depends on how this day goes. I'm filming a little bit later than I originally intended to today because the air quality was decent today, so I wanted to get in some walking before I filmed. just in case the air quality changes. It was good, so I went out on my walk. Gotta take that good air when you can get it. Didn't want to risk it. So, filming a little bit later. And that is my plan, is to start Gather Round either this evening or tomorrow after work. I am excited because it's pumpkins, it's autumn, it's swear word gourd season, people. Mother swear word Gordon's. Gourd, not Gordon, gourd season. You know. I'm trying not to swear on here. I don't know why, because sometimes I do and sometimes I don't. I don't know. I don't make any sense. So that is my plan for that. I don't know. It's only the 22nd, 23rd for when I start the Gather Round, and only 3 days. So I will probably be spinning the wheel again and working on whatever it tells me to after that. So I don't know what that will be. It will be something, and I will work on it. So that works. For Sampler September, I do have a plan to start. I won't be starting it on the 1st because the 1st is a Friday. And I don't function on Fridays after work because my commute added to my work is, yeah, I'm tired after Friday work, and I don't get home until sometimes 8 o'clock with the commute. It is late. And by the time I get home at 8, then I eat dinner and I clean up after dinner, I'm lucky if I have the brain power to read a book or just watch all you all with YouTube, because that I can handle. And I look and I craft vicariously through all of you. Thank you. I appreciate it. Thank you for being there in my time of need on Fridays after work. I don't even have the energy for a Zoom, because then I might have to speak at all. And most Zooms don't go that late because you're all on the East Coast. That's not true, but it feels like it. Anyhow, that is my plan for that. Now, shall we get to stash? I have a teeny tiny bit, and I need to go get it. One moment. And I'm back with my teeny tiny bit of stash. I do not have a lot, thank goodness, because I don't need a lot, thank goodness. I have my Knit Spin Farm for this month. It arrived the other day, and sorry, there was some random music going on for a second there. It was very distracting. I am in love with the name. It's called I'd Eat That by the Goats. I love that name. This is the colors called out by the dyer. Small nibbles of wild rose, light and dark pink, mulberry, barbecue potato chips, honeysuckle, thistle, and black raspberry. This is the Knit Spin Farms Targhee self-striping club yarn that I get. And I love the Targhee for socks, and the self-striping is really fun for socks as well. But you can make several other things with it. You don't have to make socks. I do love Targhee for socks, however. The squish factor is so good. Oh, the picture, because they always give a picture. Yep. Nom 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 nom. Goats are notorious for eating a wide variety of things. I've never seen them chew on a tin can like in cartoons, but they are happiest taking small bites from a large diversity of plants. They also develop a taste for human snacks. If we're working in the field and bring a granola bar or a bag of chips with us, there's always a goat or 5 trying to steal a bite. Thank you for being in the club. This is the August colorway. I'd Eat That by the Goats. I am so behind on socks. So behind. So very behind. I do have a plan for my not started July and August colors from Farmer's Daughter's Fibers. There is a shawl that I'm going to put the two of these together in because I think it'll be pretty. And I need to start it because I have all this downtime. But I am still hoping and determined to at least get through all the colorways of Farmer's Daughter's Fiber this year from Sock Squad. I made it half the year. We'll see. We'll see. We'll see. Right. Stash. That was one. I also picked up a Harris Tweed bag because I like Harris Tweed. It's a lovely wool. And this one I got from the Woolly Thistle. And it is a good size for a small project like socks or mitts or a small hat. And I like small projects, so having more small project bags is nice. And I wish YouTube was tactile, so I can be like, you should feel this bag. It feels really nice. Inside is just a light gray cloth. I don't know what kind. I'm not a sewist. Cotton. It told me. Lining, 100% cotton. And it's a little pocket. Anyhow. Harris Tweed. Knitting bag. And there. I like it. It's a nice little bag. So good. And then, because it's spooky season, people, have I mentioned? It is spooky season. Well, Evertote released some Halloween bags. And I wasn't going to get them. I wasn't, because, well, do we really need that many more bags? And then I said, yes, in fact I do. I do need more bags because of my plans for next year. I am not going to have a bag for every project I start next year, unless they are made by Ziploc. But I decided I did need more bags. And I do love Halloween. I do love spooky season. And they had bags. So I bought one. Because I love the spooky houses with the cats. Because there are cats all throughout here. There's a kitty. And there's a kitty. And there's a kitty. They are little house panthers all over this. And that made me happy, so I had to buy the bag. But I also really like, excuse me, there shall be some crinkles in the future. That future being now. Oh, come on. The bag is smarter than me. Roxy Flosco, the person who runs it, is not named Roxy. I think Roxy is her bird. But the person who runs Roxy Flosco, whose name I don't remember right off the top of my head because I don't know her except for on YouTube, she dyed colors that matched the bag. And I went, okay. So I bought them. We have Batty. We have Gargoyle. We have Scary Berry. We have Partly Cloudy. We have Scarecrow. And we have Ghosted. Ghosted felt it. I got ghosted by Ghosted. And there are the lovely, lovely colors that she dyed to match the bag. Ridiculous. Ridiculous, I know. But I wanted them anyway. And so I got them. Because you can never have too many flosses. Occasionally you just need to branch out and get some fun flosses and change up some things, and it's delightful. The last thing that I got was also from Evertote. I got a mini Hank of Vierlanda. The lovely, not black brown, that Modern Folk Embroidery had them create for Jacob's Vierlanda that he released the other month. Anyhow, I got a Hank of it because I love monochromatic samplers, and I am 1000% sure that I have 2 Vierlandas in my stash already, let alone I have not bought Jacob's, but I've been tempted by it. So I thought a mini Hank of his Vierlanda was a good idea. Look at the color though. It's good one. Hiccup. Apologies. And that is all my stash. Dun dun dun. Stash is done. So now we can move on to life. Haven't been up to much. Last week was the annual summer sale at work. It was busy. And Friday, I'm not sure how it happened. Friday was very, very busy, and yet time moved glacially. Have you ever had a day like that? Normally when you're busy, time zooms by, and you're like, wow, I feel like I've been here for an hour and a half. 4 hours have passed. Lovely. But no, 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 no. That is not how my Friday went. No, no. My Friday was, oh God, I'm busy. Oh God, it's busy. Oh goodness, more people. Oh, busy, busy, busy. Busy, more busy, and some more busy. And then I would look at the clock and go, it's been 45 minutes. It feels like it's been 3 hours. It's been 45 minutes. I felt like I had been at work for 18 hours by the time the day ended. I'd been at work for 8, not 18. Felt like 18. I hate when that happens. I hate when time dilates wrong. It's really annoying. I mean, okay, when you're busy at work and work goes quickly, that's fine. When time dilates the opposite direction and you're super busy at work and time moves at a glacial pace, that is not fun. Ever. For anyone. It doesn't matter how much you like your job. That is not fun. I did not enjoy it. I was exhausted. So exhausted. So very exhausted. Yeah, I was tired. Other than that, I've been seeing the news with Maui and Lahaina and the Canadian fires and fires out by Spokane and floods and tropical storms and cyclones and hot weather, and wow, yeah, I'm not a fan of everything that's going on. I just want everything to calm down, so I think I need to not watch the news for a little while and just tuck my head right into the dirt like an ostrich and yeah, tune out for a little bit. I can't really do that because I can't personally do that, but I kind of want to. Other than that, I ended up really busy on Sunday, and so I missed Carla's Zoom, and that was sad because I was looking forward to it. Not this past Sunday, but the Sunday before. Or was it last Sunday? I don't even know what time is, but Carla had a Zoom recently. Carla from Carla Being Crafty, and I missed it because I had to run errands and do stuff, and by the time I got home, unless they'd been on for 5 hours, they were not going to be on anymore. And so I missed it, and I was sad. However, I did join Beth from Steadfast Stitcher on her Facebook group, Crafts and Books. She had a Zoom yesterday, and I did join that one. It was enjoyable I was knitting at the time. It was enjoyable to knit along with some people and just have some people around to very limited interaction on my half, but yeah, it was nice to be around other crafters for a little bit. And I kind of needed that. It was delightful. Zooms are fun. Zooms are fun. Now, that's pretty much it for life. It's really slow, it's going to be hopefully really slow, actually. I'm hoping for slow at work this week. We'll see. I could be wrong. It could not be slow. But typically after the summer sale, we tend to be slow. And I don't know that I would mind. Don't know that I would mind a little bit of slow at work. And other than that, just doing regular life stuff. The kid's going to be coming up visiting at the beginning of September, and I'm very much looking forward to that. I do enjoy having him around. I miss him dreadfully. We will be going to visit my mother because I'm a terrible daughter and I haven't visited her in an age, and I still have her Mother's Day gift and birthday gift to give to her. See, terrible daughter. Absolutely terrible daughter. The worst. I keep telling my kid he should be better than me when it comes to talking to his mother. I'm terrible. I'm a terrible, terrible person. I keep meaning to and wanting to, and then stuff. Right. Well, I'll take care of that when my kid is here, because that's how it works. Yeah, I'm pretty boring. And you know what? That's okay. I kind of like not having a lot going on in life right now. It's a nice downtime, and that is good. Because then life will get busy again, and then it'll get slow again. It is the cycle. And right now I'm just in a calmness cycle. I'm good with that. I hope everyone is doing well. I hope wherever you are, in whatever cycle you are in your world, is going well. Whether you're busy because you want to be. I mean, school years are starting, about to start, getting ready to think about starting. Depends on where you live. Some people are already in school. Some people are starting soon. Some people, like Washington State, it's the end of September. Psst, if you're in college, end of September. If you're not in college, after Labor Day. Whatever. So depending on where you are, and you have kids, or you're going to college, or what have you, good luck wherever you are in that. If you're a teacher, wherever you are in that. And the rest of you, enjoy. Hopefully life is doing and treating you well. I thank you very much for stopping by and hanging out with me today. I don't have many subscribers, but I enjoy each and every one of you who do watch. I appreciate that you watch, like, subscribe, and do all the things. I do appreciate that. If you have any questions or comments or anything at all, feel free to make comments down below. I'm happy to chit chat. I like people, I do. Don't like all humans, but I like crafters, because crafters, we're pretty awesome. Saying. As a group, crafters tend to be really cool. I know. I know. We should all pat ourselves on the back, because we are awesome. All right, folks, I'm going to let you all go, and I have no clue how long this is because I kept having to stop, but likely over an hour because I talk too much. Take care, everyone, and I will see you all in 2 weeks, where it shall be September, and you shall see what I have done. Who knows? It's a very angry bird outside. Bye-bye, all. And I love these. I love the Targhee for stripes. Oh, now he quiets down. Maybe he only speaks when I speak. Maybe we're having a conversation. That could be. I think we are. I agree, Sir Bird. Or Madam Bird. Madam Bird? Okay. Must be Madam Bird.